Hey guys, welcome back to the Athlete Zone podcast. Today we have two special guests with us. We have Brandon Hansen and Jusci Thompson. Yes, Jusci Thompson from the Willamette Valley Jaguars basketball team in Albany, Oregon.
Yeah, so how are you guys doing today? How you feeling about the pod?
I'm doing good. It's good weather outside.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today?
Pretty good, yeah. Ready to see the sun after this, for 100%. Sure.
Yeah, for sure. So let's just get into it. Let's start from the early days.
Okay.
Can you each tell us about where you grew up and how you got into basketball?
I'm Canadian. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Originally, I grew up playing basketball. The ball was put in my hands as a baby. My brother played. He's 3 years older than me. My mom played. My dad played as well. So I really was just born to play basketball. My first sport was actually soccer. That was my first competitive sport. And then after that, it came to a point where I had to kind of choose between basketball and soccer. And then obviously I chose basketball. So, yeah.
Awesome. How old were you when that happened, when you fully committed to basketball?
I'll probably say about 8 years old, 7 years old.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah,
so it was a decision to make as an 8-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, it was, but I had a lot of fun playing soccer.
Yeah.
I won a lot of championships, MVP trophies, and all that type of stuff. But just naturally, basketball is just what I obviously love to do. I see my brother doing it, like I said, so it was an easy decision to make.
Did you do club basketball starting when you were 8 then?
I started off in house league, so it's kind of competitive, but not really. I played 2 years older with my cousin. And then after that, I was just killing my age group, so I wasn't allowed to play with my age. And then we started something called a rep team with Vaughan basketball. So that was my first real competitive experience within my age group. Cool. So that was cool. We played other teams around Ontario and stuff like that, traveling. So it was a cool beginning experience.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Where are you from?
So my dad's military, so I've been all over the place.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Born in Germany.
Oh, wow.
And, I lived in California and Maryland about an equal amount of time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Two completely different places.
Oh, yeah, it's different for sure. But I don't really remember Germany. We came to the States when I was 2, so.
Okay.
Yeah. But similar, my first sport was soccer as well. Then I transitioned into basketball, but I didn't have to choose at 7 or 8 which one I wanted to do. I played football, baseball, all the way up until my freshman year of high school. Then after that, I pretty much just played football and basketball. And then my junior year, I put every other sport down.
Yeah.
And started just focusing on basketball.
Is there something that made you choose that, or was it just I just went that way?
I think I was just I felt like I was better at basketball. I was good at all the sports I played, but I think basketball just came natural, and I spent a lot of free time playing basketball, so it's kind of just stuck.
That's cool.
Yeah. How did your family or community support your journey into becoming the athletes you are today?
My family is real supportive. Every step of the way, they've been there supporting, coming to my games as a young kid, going away in college, watching the live streams, checking my stats, calling after the game, before the game, just making sure I'm locked in mentally and just more so not being stressed, just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Which I'm always going to have fun with it. It's basketball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've been supportive along the way. I met a lot of great people playing basketball. A lot of people in my life that's not my direct family I met through playing basketball. So, it's a great thing.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
They definitely supported, just taking me around. We traveled a lot, playing AAU and just, going to away games when we were in school and everything. So it's definitely a lot of support from the family.
So you said both of your parents played basketball, right?
Yeah.
My dad did.
My dad played.
Your dad played?
He kind of had to put the ball up once I came.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he played. My mom played for a little bit in high school, not a lot. My brother played in high school and before as well. So like I said, my cousins play. My cousin plays overseas, and it's just family.
It's just in the blood at that point.
Yeah.
100%.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys weren't playing basketball, what do you think you'd be doing right now, job-wise?
Probably somewhere, I'd say business or fashion.
Okay.
Goes hand in hand. I like both of those type of stuff. Yeah, that's for me.
Yeah.
So I actually do work outside of basketball.
Okay.
I work in tech as a QA test engineer. So
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds demanding.
So
Yeah.
it's not as
Anything with the word
fancy as it
engineer,
sounds.
it's just like,
Yeah,
whoa.
it's pretty boring, but yeah, I would definitely get back into that. So as soon as I put the ball down for good, I plan on diving completely into
Is that like a lot to balance with basketball?
So right now I'm not currently working in tech, but that's
What you
I do in
usually
the off season. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I don't think I could do both
I was
at the
gonna
same
say
time.
being an athlete's kind of full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you guys both play college basketball?
Yeah, I played college basketball in Monterey, California, and
Okay.
I played 2 years in junior college. Transferred out to Cal State Monterey Bay, and then I actually stopped playing for a while to just focus on school, and that's how I ended up getting into tech. And then I got back into basketball professionally after taking a break.
That's cool. I feel like
Yeah.
some people usually end up like choosing one or the other, and then when they put the basketball to the side, they're done. But
Yeah,
it's cool you managed to keep it in your life.
yeah, because I work out pretty much every day, even when I'm not
Yeah.
competitively playing. So it kind of just, when I got the opportunity, I took advantage of it. And
Yeah, that's cool.
So do you get, it's like a tryout thing, right? Or do you get called up somehow or
So last year I played on a team in California, and it was like a tryout setting. But then this year we had TBL Summer League in Vegas, and the team that I played on actually won it. And the owner of the team actually reached out to me that way.
Oh, cool.
So it's a bunch of different ways you can
Yeah.
get picked up.
That's
Okay,
cool.
yeah.
And then what about you? You did college basketball too?
Yeah, I did college. I actually started off going to college in Kansas, and then after that, I did 1 year there, and then I went to school back in Canada. I went to 2 separate schools. Experience was good at both schools. My last school I was at, we went undefeated both seasons 2 seasons in a row,
Mm.
and we lost to the same team in the playoffs by 3 both years. So heartbreaking both
Yeah.
years in a row. And
Yeah.
I don't like losing at all.
Yeah.
So, and I'm used to winning my whole life. So that wasn't, good. But I took the good with the bad and made it into a positive going forward into my pro career.
Yeah. So with that, are there any like challenges that you've faced along your journey that
Um,
have made it hard to keep going?
Keep playing basketball?
Mhm.
I mean, nothing at all. But obviously, there's been a lot of trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
I tore my Achilles in
Ooh.
2020. I was just working out. I did a move that I usually always do, and then boom, pop.
Oh,
My
That's
left
a
one.
hard one.
yeah.
It was. But the only blessing I could say through that was we were in COVID at the time. So
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh.
necessarily miss any playing time. I
Yeah.
had the whole year to rehab. And then I actually became better from it, like my game mentally and physically. I came back a better basketball player from it. So it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough as well because I think KD, Klay Thompson, at that time, I think tore theirs too. So I'm at home in a booth watching TV, and I hear the commentators talking about, oh, KD's never going to come back the same.
It's usually a
This-
career-ending injury, right?
So that's what I'm hearing. And then I remember the day I tore my Achilles, I went right to the hospital and I texted my boy, Callie. I'm like, I'm going to come back a monster from this injury.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Good
I didn't know,
mentality.
Yeah, it's a good
I didn't know
mindset, yeah.
anything, but I just texted him that I'm going to come back a monster, and
Mhm.
came back better from it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you had
Yeah.
any?
I think just kind of staying in shape after not playing for a couple of
Yeah.
years was my biggest challenge. But other
Takes
than
a lot
that,
of discipline.
yeah, not too
Yeah.
much. That would make me think about stop playing. I think
Yeah.
it's a blessing to be able
Yeah.
to play.
Any things that just like made it harder along the way?
Not much.
I think it depends on. I think it's all perspective. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say that anything is making it hard to play if you really love what you're doing. And it,
Yeah,
Right.
that's
you
a
know.
really good perspective to
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest, I guess, biggest differences between going from college to pro?
I think the physicality for sure is a lot of dudes are stronger, they're older, and just I think the game for me at least is slowed down a little bit after college. It's not so much just relying on your athleticism, but relying on your IQ, and I think that was the biggest difference for me. What about you?
Yeah, I'll definitely say the same thing as well. Just physicality, the pace of the game, and like Brandon said, you got to really think the game. You can't really rely on your speed. Can't really rely on your jumping ability because you're gonna run into someone that might have the same speed as you,
Yeah.
same strength, same jumping ability. So it really just boils down to your IQ and then how much you put into the game, watching film, how much you put how much work you put in outside of practice,
Mhm.
and that would definitely translate back onto the court.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Willamette Valley Jaguars, newer team.
Hmm.
You guys both joined this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I mean, it's basketball. I love it.
Yeah.
My teammates are great, top
Yeah.
to bottom. Ownership is great too. Yeah, but the only thing I would say is like we need to. It's a starting organization, so there's
Yeah.
definitely building blocks, trials and tribulations through everything you go to.
Mhm.
So it's definitely a learning process, but it's a great experience as well.
Yeah. You guys you're pretty close with your teammates, and you guys usually go home at the end of the season. So
Mhm.
like, what's the living situation? Do you guys all get housed together, or do you get
So-
your own place, figure it out?
Some of us are actually we got like a team house,
Uh-huh.
like a big loft and
Oh,
everything.
that's cool.
I
It's
feel like that
pretty-
could either be really fun or really
Exactly
Yeah.
that. Exactly that. It's a big adjustment from coming from like your own space
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
being around a bunch of like, especially we all just met this year.
Mhm.
So it was that was probably a challenge. I could have said that in my other question, but yeah, it's cool. Luckily, like he said, we all get along.
Yeah.
Everybody likes each other, enjoys each other's company. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fun.
So you guys spend most of your time hanging out with each other, or like?
You could say that. I mean, you kind of
Yeah.
don't have a choice when you all live together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. But
But like
it's,
with your busy schedules, like, do you have time to go out and do fun things? Like, do you guys ever go on little excursions?
100%.
I'll make
yeah.
time for my excursions. For sure. Yeah.
What
Nah.
kind of excursions?
I mean, we're definitely exploring Oregon.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Yeah.
It's different from California. There's a lot of like hiking that you can do. Went
Yeah.
out to Portland. We checked Seattle out.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
just
Seattle.
doing as much
Seattle's
as we
nice.
can while we're in this new space before we all
Yeah.
got to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Any adventures?
No crazy adventures yet. I do like the nature, so before
Yeah.
I do leave Oregon, I want to kind of get out, see the nature scene, go fishing. I want to go fishing. I haven't been fishing before.
Oh, that'd be
So
cool.
hopefully, if you guys can point me in the right direction
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
fishing,
Got
that'd be
some
greatly
good hikes
appreciated.
too.
Yeah.
That as
Yeah.
well.
Mary's Peak, which is like the biggest hike around here, I'd
I
say.
like. There's one called God's Thumb, and it literally is shaped
Oh,
like
yeah,
a thumb,
the
and you
beach.
go to
Okay.
the tip of it right over the ocean.
How long is the trail on that?
It's 2 miles, but it took us 6 hours there and back because it's really steep, and you have to climb over trees and like wall
Okay.
climb up to the top.
So
That's at the
what's the apparel to go on a hike?
Shorts and a t-shirt probably.
Well, if it's
Okay.
that one's at the beach, right?
Yeah. We
Ooh.
brought little jackets just in case, but I mean,
Okay.
you're hiking it. Like, you're putting in the work, so.
Okay.
Probably like boots of hiking shoes of some
Boots?
sort.
Mhm.
Boots.
I agree because before Juice got here, we went on a team hike. I don't know what trail it was, but of course it rained.
Muddy.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
bad. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I
It's
need
bad.
more
Yeah.
equipment than shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't want
It definitely depends on the time of
Okay.
year.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, what are some goals you guys have for this coming year? I guess basketball wise and personally.
I'll go first on this one. So I just recently signed with an agent. So my plan is to try to get overseas during
Oh,
the
awesome.
downtime that we have in between this season and next. Since the TBL year is only 3 years, 3 months, I got time to play in a different country
Oh, okay.
during the off season. So that's my goal.
awesome.
Have you done that before?
No, so this is gonna be my
that's
first
cool.
time.
I have friends who've done that, and
Yeah.
it just seems like a really fun opportunity.
Yeah.
I want to go play in Germany and kind of explore the area I was born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah,
cool.
since I don't really
What-
remember it.
What area was it?
Augsburg, Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that is, or are you
Actually
just
do.
smiling and
No, I actually do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. My roommate's boyfriend was from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Mhm.
What
I
about you?
mean, yeah, the same thing. So trying to continue playing basketball. Well, going to continue playing basketball in October or September and try to go overseas. Talking to my agent as well. He's making calls and stuff right now. So the goal is to play year round, go overseas, come back, and then come right back to the TBL next season and start building again from there.
Cool.
Yeah. So maybe we can talk a little bit about your guys' brands.
Okay.
So what does your brand stand for, and how did you develop?
I'd say mine it stands for strength, resilience, and because I kind of told you just a little bit of what I went through basketball wise with the injury. There's obviously a lot more on and off the court, but I'd say those two are the main things. nothing worth having and keeping, you
Mhm.
got to go through something, or else
Yeah.
it's not really, anything's attainable. But like if you go through some trials and tribulations, chances are once you get it, you're gonna hold on to and cherish it more than something that just comes your way,
Yeah.
because you don't know the struggle to go through to get it. So, yeah, I'd say that those are the main two things for my brand.
Yeah.
I think for me, just hope, I guess, because one, I took a break from playing basketball, and I think that growing up, a lot of people always said that I had the potential to play and get paid to play basketball, but um, me taking a break, kind of, I felt like I wasn't gonna ever play again. So
Yeah.
kind of just similar, just resilience and giving hope to people that maybe are doubting themselves, and
Yeah.
And I'll add one more thing.
Yeah.
Just style and flair as well.
Yeah.
Like I said off the court, I like fashion. I like,
Mhm.
clothes, shoes, stuff like that. So I definitely think that's definitely a pivotal part of my brand as well.
Yeah. I love when people make merch to where it like looks good. It's not just like a name on a t-shirt. Like
Yeah.
it has like a
Yeah.
cool design, but it's made by the person you want to support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balances out.
Yeah. It also caters to a wider audience because
Yeah. They don't have to know who you are to want to buy it. They can
Right.
just like the design.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. What advice would you give other athletes who want to start a brand?
That's a good one.
I mean, I would just say try to be creative. No idea is really a bad idea. Just try to be unique as you can.
Yeah.
That would be my advice.
I'll say just be authentic, be you.
Yeah.
You don't want to try to make your brand your friends or your favorite basketball player, your favorite musician, whatever, because the chances are there'll be someone that relates to you personally.
Mhm.
But I feel like a lot of people are kind of afraid to embrace their own self, embrace their own path that God set for them.
Mhm.
And yeah, like you just got to be yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like people grasp to that more than trying to be something that you're not.
For sure.
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah. That's really good advice.
Yeah. And how has building your brand helped you on and off the court?
I think being confident to kind of like put yourself out there more.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think that goes hand in hand with playing whatever sport, having confidence to knowing that you have the ability, or else you
Mhm.
wouldn't be in the position that you're in. So.
That's
I
cool.
kind of say the same thing. On the way here, I told B, I'm like, damn, man, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time on the
Aw.
pod. But like I watch podcasts and stuff all
Yeah.
the time, so I knew I'd be good once I get here in this setting. But well, yeah, like it's you got fans kind of wanting to take pictures. You got to come outside of your body. You got to be more interactive.
Mhm.
Like me, I'm a reserved type of person, so just people just coming up to me, knowing my name. I wouldn't say it's a big adjustment because I've had that same experience in college and before college,
Yeah.
but just holding conversations with people, no matter how you might be feeling, you have a bad game or you're
Mhm.
losing or you have a loss, you got to kind of put all that to the side and smile, have convos with the kids and your fans that's at the game. So I feel like it's a great thing to try to implement going forward.
That's cool. Do you guys have any are there little kids in the audience that are all excited to see you guys?
1,000%. Like we
Oh,
played
so
when we played at
cool.
Corvallis High, that was a lot of the fanfare that came out. Kids wise, we did autographs after every game,
Oh,
signed
that's
balls,
cool.
t-shirts, stuff like that. So our owner Marion, he did a great job of just kind of pushing us out there and
Yeah.
helping us interact with the kids and the kids, they loved it. The fans
Mhm.
loved it. We loved it as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a good
It's been an
adjustment.
awesome experience for you
Yeah.
guys.
Do you
for
when
sure.
you guys were younger, did you have a basketball player that you looked up to that kind of made you want to get into it more?
I mean, my first ever player that I did like was Allen Iverson.
Uh-huh.
Transitioning from Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, that's my favorite player of all time.
Mhm.
So there's times where I might have been in a little mental slump
Mhm.
for whatever reason, and then I'm just watching Kobe videos, and he's just built on Mamba mentality, mind over
Yeah.
matter. So
Good one to look up to.
yeah, anything you're going through, you're gonna get through it, and there's a reason why you're going through it to make you a better person. So Kobe's my favorite player, and
Yeah.
role model wise as well. I don't really say I look up to anybody, but
Mhm.
Kobe's definitely one of those people that you could take a lot from.
Yeah. Do you guys ever go to basketball games out here, for other teams?
I mean, we watch some of the teams that we play against. The closest
really?
team is Salem, so we go to some of their
Okay.
games and check out whoever
Okay,
teams that we're going to be playing.
competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Suss it out, Will.
I wouldn't go to a Portland game.
Not the
Like the
Blazers.
Blazers.
I'm a Laker fan too, so yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Even before they like lost all their good players.
Before they lost all their good players.
No Dame time.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Dame. I would have went.
Yeah.
But he's from California,
Yeah,
so you know, it's a
I'm
different standard.
Diehard Laker fan,
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
definitely a different standard.
If they were playing the Lakers, I might check them out.
I think I've been to one of their games against the Lakers. They're fun to watch.
For sure.
Did you have a basketball player that you looked up to?
So Kobe, but my favorite player that I would try to model my game after would be Derrick Rose for sure.
Okay.
That's a big reason I wore number 1 throughout like my whole basketball career up until now. I changed it to 2 since 1 wasn't available, but yeah.
It's really interesting that we've heard that a lot today. Like, I didn't realize athletes get to pick their numbers, but like everyone has significance behind why they chose it. Like, I would have never.
Yeah.
I would have just picked what everyone looked
Whatever
cool.
was available.
I guess, yeah. Like
So if you had
22 sounds nice.
Okay, I was about to say, if you had to choose a number just off the top, what number would you choose?
I don't know why 22 is in my head, but it
Really?
would probably be 22.
Okay.
I don't know what I'd do. My soccer number was always 53.
I think
But
mine
that was-
Oh man, that's
That was just because it was like chosen for me when I was like 5, and then I just always had it. So
Well, I don't get why they have like a 1 and then they skip 5 numbers and then they have like a 53.
For
Like
53 is
I
crazy.
don't get
But
it.
for basketball, that would be different. I don't think I've ever seen a number 53.
yeah.
But
Our
soccer,
team was like
unique.
high numbers, and then the age group above was low, and then high, and then low. So it's
Yeah,
kind of.
I think I was
annoying
17. I have no idea though. It's been so long.
for soccer.
But I hated it. I didn't pick it. They just gave it to
Like
me.
the
I don't
number?
want an odd number. I don't know.
It's kind
Like
of
even numbers.
it's kind of crazy that you did say that because my first soccer number ever, number 3, was given to me, but I stuck with it.
yeah.
My number now, I started off with number 8 with the Jaguars. My boy Brandon had my number that I wanted, number 2.
Sorry.
So then I kind of had to reroute. One of the guys left, and then I got 0 for the second weekend.
I feel like
So-
0 is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 0 going forward.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
was saying in college, I was number 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that number personally meant a lot. I'm from Toronto, and then I had
Yeah.
my little brotherhood, you know, other reasons as well. But I was saying when I get to being a pro, I'm gonna go back to being number 2. I was number 2 in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my boy took my number,
bad.
so I'm gonna just rock with
So-
0 going forward.
Okay, so I'm curious more about you guys. How'd you guys meet? Like, obviously on the team, but
Mhm.
like clearly you're friends, so you
100%.
got somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
I think we just clicked. We got a similar mentality on the
Mhm.
court. Defense first. We both play hard. We both want to win. So I think that it made it easy to get along outside of basketball. Just, off of that.
Yeah. We met in training camp.
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Definitely met in training camp. So that was before the season started. But
Yeah.
he didn't start with us originally when the season actually started. He got picked up a couple weeks in.
hmm
But yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like me and Brandon, like you said, on the court, similar mindsets, and I feel like off the court, we're similar as well too because we're both quiet, reserved.
Mm-hmm.
Then we both like to crack jokes and you know, so it goes hand in hand. It's a steady balance between us both, so it's easy to get along on and off the court as well. So glad I met my boy.
Yeah.
Facts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through like a day in the life, like with practice or with a game even?
Okay.
So-
we could do both.
A
Yeah.
practice day or
Practice day.
even
in
a
life.
day like today, like we got up in the morning. We didn't have like an official practice, but we pretty much the whole team got up. We lifted weights, got some shots up.
Is that just by choice?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Yeah. We get a lot of work in outside of like our mandatory stuff
Mm-hmm.
just to stay ready. And we went to get some food, went to Foot Locker, just like real
Mhm.
basic. You know, we got a lot of free time.
Out here? Is there a Foot Locker?
It's 30 minutes in Salem. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you get food?
What did we grab?
We
Well,
got
we got
Wendy's.
Wendy's today. We normally, my go-to is Chipotle.
All the
but,
way out
yeah.
in Salem, and you chose Wendy's. You could
No,
have
we
gotten
didn't eat
anything.
until we got back here because we had to
Oh
come.
gosh.
Yeah,
okay.
we were gonna switch it
Starving.
up, but it's
Shoes
okay.
start looking like food.
Mhm.
Exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone on the team, top to bottom, we're all gym rats.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that we all kind of have in common because we have a teammate. He just sleeps in all day. He's not in the gym working on his game in the weight room. It's
You
like,
don't want that.
yeah, it's kind of you don't really respect him as much as
Mhm.
you see your teammate in there. You see your teammate in the gym grinding, putting in that work. You know, so that's a good feeling to have as a team.
Yeah.
It's a good culture that we all build together. We just like being in the gym. So that's a practice day. We'll wake up in the morning, go shoot, practice. Some of us would either go to the sauna after, go to the hot tub at the facility that we have to get our bodies back right. Like Brandon said, some of us might lift before practice or lift after practice.
So lifting is not with a team?
No.
Nah, sometimes we have a strength and conditioning coach that comes in. We'll do like a group workout, but we all do our own like individual
Like
lifts.
outside of it.
Yeah.
How often is mandatory practice? How many days a week?
So initially we were practicing 4 days a week, and then it got dropped down to 2 since we play back to back. Yeah, they didn't want to burn us out, so it's just twice a week. So that
pretty nice.
makes it easier to get in there and get the extra work on the other days since we don't really practice as much.
That's cool that you guys are all on the same page. Like,
oh yeah, it helps. I think it helps build trust too, because like you said, you see them in there working out and stuff that they're working on. So in the game, it makes it easy. Like, oh yeah, I've seen them do this 1,000 times.
Yeah,
and you know that they want it just as bad.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's one thing you guys wish more people understood about supporting athletes?
I'll say is like, we're human. You know, everyone goes through stuff. Everything's not always peaches and roses, but then with that being said, like I said, you got to go through trials and tribulations to obtain the things that you want to obtain. And I don't know, for me, being an athlete, it's fun. Like I said, I met a lot of close people through basketball. I get to travel the world because of basketball. A lot of great experience on and off the court because of basketball. And yeah, God just has my future just planned out through the game. So I'm looking forward to see where I'm gonna end up next year and for the next 10 years playing basketball.
Cool. Do you guys each have like one specific like memory of like a really good time or a really good career moment that like
I would say for me, for sure, this year at least, we got this program their first win in like program existence.
Oh,
so that was cool. It was a real close game, and it went down to the wire. We won by 1, so I think that was a big moment just because the owner has been grinding to try to build the program up, and
came in and proved that you were worth it.
We definitely proved that we are on one of the up and coming teams in the league. Yeah, I think with that. So, how about you?
Definitely, I'd say that. Pro wise, but up and coming playing basketball. It's been a lot of good games personally, championships, MVPs, and stuff like that. But the only thing I would say is when I got to college, like I've won at every level I've ever played at basketball wise, except for college, and that doesn't sit well with me at all. So now that I'm a professional,
gotta make up for it.
Yeah, I'm itching to get back, call myself a champion again. So
yeah,
I definitely say that for sure.
All right, we'll be watching.
Yeah.
Make sure it happens.
100%. I'll be sure to tag athletes on.
Yeah.
Like I did it. Yeah. So what's next for you guys? I know you said you're gonna go abroad.
Yeah, that's my plan. I want to play in Germany.
Do you think you're gonna come back?
Yeah. So
you said it's just for a few months, right?
Yeah, it will be during the downtime of this league. So I plan on coming back and playing with the Jags again.
Is it Germany? Is that common for people to go there and play basketball? Because I know there's some basketball players.
I feel like it's so many different choices, but I think Germany is a popular.
I've heard other people talk about other countries. I just hear Germany for basketball.
Yeah, Germany is definitely a basketball country. Australia, Spain.
I've never known
like the national team, I think they definitely medaled. I think in the Olympics or in the World Championships. So they have a lot of NBA players as well. So Germany is definitely a hotbed for basketball for sure.
All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this podcast.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you guys.
It was great to meet you guys. Everyone shop Jusci Thompson and Brandon Hanson merch on Athlete Zone and follow them on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Run it up.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
Appreciate it.